This spell was broken in Wizard 101. Let's talk about it. So if you're a balanced wizard, you would know that from completing Selenopolis, you would get Chameleon Clash. Now, Chameleon Clash is a really good spell for those PvP players. It wasn't much of a good spell for PvE in my opinion, or like any of like the raids or anything like that. It's not that great, but for PvP players, they really enjoyed the spell. To the point where it actually got nerfed in my opinion. Because what it does now, currently in game, is it does 565 chromatic damage, so obviously depending on what the target is, and it gives you 2 pips, specifically balance, and a noob pip, if you and the enemy both have negative auras. Now, this wasn't the original case before. The original Chameleon Clash was doing 630 chromatic damage, and then give you just 5 pips if you had a negative aura. So they changed it so both players now have to have a negative aura. But when they did change this spell, for a brief period in time, if you were still using that spell, whatever was written on the card would still be wrong. So for example, like as it's stating right now, you get 2 balance pips and a school pip. Well, when you actually use the card, that wouldn't happen. You would only need to have a negative aura on yourself. So it was still doing its previous variation, but the card writing was the new writing, if that makes sense. And KI recently fixed that because people were using it in PvP. Obviously, it's not intended. They wanted players to use a new variation of it, but people were still using the old variation because the card was wrong. And people were abusing it in PvP, of course, just because, I mean, a lot of people didn't know, and some people were just purposely using it for rank. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on Chameleon Clash in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We're on that grind to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year.